Alright guys, hi and welcome back to another commentary. Now this game was just my second round of the Advanced Cup, same team, and it was just straight after the game that I showed yesterday in my commentary. Now this is just going to be about just a few random things, a wee bit about the gameplay, and just a wee bit about me in general, just to give you a wee bit of insight to my life. Now as you can see, I get a good match up here. Well, bad for him, good for me, because just look at the chemistry, the team. There's a few good players like Donovan and Remy who are very, very good fast strikers. And he's also got Daft Luiz's tank at the back, we all know that. But I scored some nice goals here, but the weird thing about this game was this guy was quite a good player. Like, he could do a few skill moves and his passing was good. But I think it's just his chemistry and his team let him down, and I just kind of overpowered him due to like how overpowered my team actually was. So when I was just looking at it, I just thought it's a shame that I got picked up against him, because if he was picked up against maybe our squad, he might have done well. Now, right off the bat, I go, you know what, this is Danny Alves territory, but nah, not any good. But I do score a free kick later on with Cristiano Ronaldo. It's quite a nice free kick, and I'll talk about that when that comes. But I just want to start off with telling you a wee bit about me. Well, my proper name is Russell. So yeah, I don't really want to fucking like blow your minds. I know that's quite just, oh my god, just Jesus, I almost blew your mind right there. Just, oh my god. But yeah, so how I got the nickname Rusty was back in football, back in first year, which was 6 years ago. And just played for my local football team, and then out of nowhere I just got this nickname Rusty. Just, I don't know what it was. I used to be called what was it? Oh no, it just came out of my head. It was the chipmunk, no, the squirrel from Over the Hedge. Can't remember what it was, but it's because I used to be like a fast, hyperactive striker, and that's why I got that nickname. But then Rusty's just like a little like shortening on a proper name, which I don't actually mind. I think it's alright, but I'm not really that bothered about it. So that's what my name Rusty was. Then just about 2 or 3 years ago, my original Xbox gamer tag was just Rusty, or Rusty F01, I think it was. And then I just went, you know what, I can't be arsed with this, I'm going to change it to Rusty, just because I thought, well, I can still get the same sounding of it, but just wanted something else. And I went a wee bit overboard and went RUSSSTEEEEXD, which that was when I was going through a weird phase, so I was like obsessed with the XD phase. And that's quite a nice finesse goal by Falcao there. I just like tried it because I thought, oh, I might as well just go for a little cheeky lob. But that's twice in my last two videos I've been gifted a first goal for Falcao. He seems to be just like that. And the defenders are just like, oh fuck, it's Falcao. Just give him the ball, man. Just give him the ball. But yeah. So I'll tell you a wee bit about my football days. Like, I used to play for a team called Jaffrey, and it was really fun. Just a bunch of friends that I used to talk to, and it was just training and all that. But we used to have like these two teams. Now there was, yeah, I just get caught off by that. Just what? I didn't even mean to shoot there. I am not kidding. I meant to do a Ronaldo chop, and yeah, that. So I think it was pretty mad after that. But yeah. So there used to be two Jaffreys. There used to be Jaffrey A's and Jaffrey B's, and at the time I played for Jaffrey B's. Now, we were shite. Plain, simple, utter shite. I played every possession until my manager finally went, you know what, Russell, you're a striker. And I was just thinking, I was quite happy with that, because I knew I was a striker, but I was just playing like defence. I played like defence for a couple of months, and I wasn't enjoying it. I was scoring own goals just because I was just being forced to play in that position. I wasn't a defender, I was a striker. I'd always played striker. And then after those couple of months in defence, I got switched to centre mid. As a centre mid, I wasn't like you get a Xabi Alonso. I was just moving the ball about. I was mostly taking runs and assisting the strikers, and then eventually I just like stood up and went, look, I went to the manager, look, I am not a centre mid, I am a striker. And he just went, well, we'll see how it goes. So he then shifted me out to right wing. And my first game was right wing, I scored like twice, and then the second game I scored like another goal, I think. Stuff like that. Then he finally realised, hold on, that this guy could finish. So then eventually, when the manager was away and we were getting taken by the assistant, I got put up front. And this was kind of weird for me because it was my first ever game and we lost 3-0, but I hit the bar, I think, on one of my very first shots, and I was a wee bit nervous playing up front. But the very next day I went and called up for the A squad, and they said, oh yeah, they knew I was a striker and they put me up front. And we're losing 2-0 at half time. This is when I wasn't as good a striker. I wasn't like properly, I wasn't used to playing as a club striker. So at the very first half, we were trying very hard to really push past, and all I remember is like I got quite a good opportunity in like the first half, and it was basically a one-on-one, and I put it miles wide. Now I mean miles wide. But then in the second half, we were losing 2-0. I came back and from my corner, I put one in with quite a nice, I think it was just a nice wee volley. This was back when I was like 12, I think? 12 or 13? 17 now, but 12 or 13. And I just decided, you know what, I can do this. And then I got one chance later on. I just ran right past defenders, and I don't know why, but I was quite a fast player. Like, I don't actually get it. I was just a really fast player for my age. So I was just running and then ran past the defence, kind of like a fucking bongo whore. But then I ran past and just slotted it by the goalkeeper. Then in like the final few minutes I got another chance, which I'm still kicking myself about because it could have made my debut even better. But I got another chance, I went for it, and I just ran straight down the wing and cut inside. And then I just went left foot and put it round the keeper. Now I was nothing could even stop me. I thought that is in. I'm going to go and celebrate. I just watched the ball, and it took like a bobble, the most awkward bobble I've ever seen. And this was about maybe 5 yards for the goal line. And then I hit the post and went out, and I was destroyed. Then a few minutes later, the referee's whistle went. But that's when I really broke out as a striker, and I became a striker for the B team. Now I never really get called up for the A team that much until I really proved myself as a striker. So I was going into the games, we were terrible, our defence was absolutely horrible, and we were losing like, that's a nice wee long shot goal, it was quite nice into the corner, but that's Jack's player, so thanks Jack, give me this fucking long shot beast, even though he called out his keeper, which he really shouldn't have. But yeah, so when I was put up front for the Beast, we were not a good team at all. We had players who weren't good. We had a few players who were good, like our goalkeeper was quite good, but he was bombarded by shots. We had a brilliant centre back who's now an actual professional. So yeah, I used to play with Aaron Secklin, who's now a professional, but then there was a few okay players. Like we had players who could do a wee bit. Then I was up front. And I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I was probably one of the better players in the club. So after that, we were losing something like 8-4, and I was scoring like 3 goals or 4 goals or 2 goals in each game. And I think I was like the league top scorer at one point, like our league top scorer, and we were bottom. So I was just like, oh my god, I can't handle this. And my parents were coming to every single game. They were seeing us get flattened. They were seeing me get so frustrated. Then I remember one game that really like knocked it off and just made me want to quit was we were playing in the first game of the season, and I set up 4 goals. We won a game. We won something like 12-0, and I set up like 4 or 5 goals and scored twice myself. And that was just like, that was the point where I thought, okay, yeah, we can really do this. And the next game we went in and we lost 8-3, and I scored a hat-trick that game. Now, any other team, a hat-trick usually means, oh good, they probably won if your striker scores a hat-trick, but when I was there, no. It was just absolute shit, and I was just getting so pissed off with what was going on. So then, like, probably by the time Alright guys, sorry about that, I just had like a little thing to do. Alright, now what I was talking about was how I scored a hat-trick and I was just getting really like annoyed at how bad the team was. So I trucked on for another half season. Now I was getting called up to the A team at this point. Me and the centre back were just kept on getting called up to play on, like we played on a Saturday morning and then they played on a Sunday morning. So I was getting 2 days of football and we only had 1 day of training and I was attending the A's training as well. So I was doing extra work just to try and like push my way into the A squad just to get noticed and brought up. So then about November time, like the manager went, "Russell, we want you in our squad." So they asked my manager of the B team if they could have me, and he said no. He just went no. He's a very important player, and we just don't want to lose him right now because I was the one scoring the goals. Even though we weren't winning, I was the one scoring the goals, so he just didn't want it to be humiliating, I guess. So then it just kept on going and kept on going. Eventually, I just remember getting a call one January morning. I think it was a Friday night actually, and I was getting ready for the next game. And I got a call from the manager, Mark Allen, and he called up and went, "Russell, oh here's my nice free kick by the way." I just aimed it up, and I thought, you know what, this is going in. Just look at it, right in. What a goal! Even though his keeper was crap to be honest, but that was a good goal. But anyway, so my manager called up and was just like, "Russell, we want you in our team." But no, sorry. Yeah, I skipped a wee bit there. The manager went, "Russell, look, the team's folding, so the Bees are folding. We're not going to be a team anymore. I just want to let you know, okay?" And I went, "Oh, okay, so what does that mean for like all the other boys?" I went, "I don't know. I'm not taking to do with it anymore. You can find a new club if you want, but thanks for all your time and effort. Thanks for sticking with us and thanks for not leaving because you were a very important player." And I talked to him for a while and then I was just like, alright. So then about half an hour later I got another phone call from the A's manager and he just came up and went, "Russell, we want your team now." And I was just like, "Really?" And he went, "Yep, we want you, Aaron and our goalkeeper in that team." And I was just like, "Oh yes, sure, I'll do it." And he went, "Okay, well, we've got a game on Sunday, but because like we won't ask you to come to it, but but you'll just attend training and then you'll be a player for us." And I was just like, "Alright." So I joined and I signed all the contract thing we had, and I shook the manager's hand, like he just made it all official, and that was me a player. But I was used as a bench player, like an impact player for most of my time in that team. Like I barely ever started, and I don't know why that was, but I barely ever started, and I was just getting more and more frustrated, I guess. Just being on the bench, and I was coming on, I was scoring. Then in my final season for that team, like this was in third year, so the time I was like 14. I was scoring a lot of goals. Now this was probably when I reached my peak, and I was doing incredible. Like I was playing the best football of my life. I was training quite well, and I felt really fit. I felt a lot faster than I originally did. And I just started playing a lot better football, and I was still getting used as a sub. I was just getting brought on, and then I was getting more and more frustrated. And on my very last season, I remember I came on and scored a perfect hat trick, so left foot, right foot, and header, and I was so happy. Like I was just thinking, I'm really going to make my way through into this team. And then for the very next game, I didn't even get used. And 2 bad strikers were put up front instead of me, and I was completely wasted. I was just like, I cannot handle this. Like I'm finally playing for a good team, we're winning games, and now I'm not getting played. And it was just costing like my parents money, because you had to pay like something like £15 a month just to make sure we keep the club going. So I was just getting more and more frustrated, and then I think the final straw for me was when we were playing a game and so one of the strikers had a bad attitude, and then I was showing a good attitude. Then I was told that, "Russell, you'll be playing. Russell's going to change, you're not playing." And I just went, "Oh fuck it, I'm leaving." So I called up the manager and went, "Look, I'm going to leave." And he put me down a wee bit when I was talking to him, and he just went, well, Russell, I really thought you were doing good, but it's your decision." He kept on saying that, and he made me feel pretty bad about it. I was like, I just said, like, I just don't like how I'm not playing regular first team football. because I think I should, and I know I had the ability for it.